Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Sparkle English, where I help you improve your English level. Today is a highly requested video on the difference between good and well. So let's get right into it. The words good and well are often confusing for both English learners and native speakers. And that's because there are many exceptions. You probably know that good is an adjective and well is usually an adverb. However, it can also be used as an adjective when talking about someone's health. So first, let's talk about good as an adjective. We use adjectives to describe nouns, and nouns are people, places, things, concepts, ideas, etc. Some easy examples. Mrs. Lawrence is a good teacher. Good is used as an adjective to describe the teacher. The builders did a good job on your home. Good is describing the job. I don't think he has good intentions. Good is describing the intentions. My new book is good. Good is describing the book. Now, there are some exceptions with good, and stay tuned because I will talk more about that later. Now, well is an adverb, which means it modifies verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. It often describes how something is done. Now let's look at some examples. My mother drives well. You can see that well comes after the verb drives. It's describing the action. It's describing the verb, how she drives. Joey did well on his English exam. Here, well is describing how he did, how he performed. It's describing his ability. Did your interview go well? Again, well is describing how the interview went. It's describing the action, the performance. Now, what can be tricky for some people is that sometimes we use well as an adjective, and we do this when it describes someone's health. For example, my grandmother isn't well. In this case, well is describing the grandmother. We're talking about her health. If she isn't well, maybe she has the flu or a fever, or if she isn't feeling her best. Another example, I hope you are well and enjoying your honeymoon. Again, well is talking about someone's health and their overall well-being. Another example, Bethany was not well last week, but she has recovered nicely. So Bethany was under the weather, she was sick, maybe she had the flu, but now she's feeling better. We'll do some comparisons shortly, but now let's talk about using good with sense verbs. And this can also apply when using good with some linking verbs. So when we use good after sense verbs like feel, look, taste, smell, and sound, we are describing the quality or condition of the subject, not how an action is performed. For example, it smells good in here. We're talking about the quality or condition of the room. Ooh, it smells good. The room smells good. Another example, the cake you made tastes good. Here, good is describing the taste of the cake, the quality of the cake. It's describing the subject, the quality of the subject. I think Jason Momoa's new movie looks good. Here we're talking about the quality of the movie. It looks good. Let's watch it. The new band they hired sounds good tonight. Again, we're talking about the quality of the band, of their music. So you often will use good after feel, look, taste, smell, and sound. So let's do a comparison with good versus well with these sense verbs. Let's compare these sentences, and both sentences are correct, but they have different meanings. You look good today versus you look well today. What do you think the difference is? If I say to someone, "Ooh, you look good today." This girl, for example, she has her hair done, her makeup on, she looks good. I am referring to her appearance, but if I said, "You look well today," imagine yesterday you were sick, you had the flu, you were pale and white as a ghost, but today you look healthy. With well, we're talking about health. Another example, "I feel good this morning." There's a very popular song by James Brown, "I Feel Good." What does that mean? Well, that means you feel good. You're in a good mood. Maybe you have a lot of energy. You feel positive. You're ready to take on the day. If I said, "I feel well this morning," you're talking more about your health again. So that's the difference there. So remember, good is used as an adjective, and it's also used after some linking verbs and sense verbs when we're describing the subject or the quality of the subject. And well is used as an adverb describing an action or how something is done. It's also used as an adjective or with sense verbs when referring to someone's health or well-being. So now let's do a short quiz. There are 5 fill-in-the-blanks questions, and you must fill in the blanks with good or well. Number 1. Linda played the piano at the recital last night. The correct answer is well. She played the piano well. And that's because well is an adverb modifying the verb played. It's how she played. Number 2. The apple pie smells. The answer is good. The apple pie smells good. And that's because smells is one of the sensing verbs. And remember, with the sensing verbs, we usually use good because we're talking about the subject. We're describing a characteristic or a quality of this subject, of this noun. Number 3, I didn't sleep last night because of my noisy neighbors. The answer is well. I didn't sleep well. And that's because well is an adverb modifying the verb sleep, how the person slept. Number 4, my sister isn't. She has a terrible fever. Here, the answer is well. My sister isn't well. And that's because well functions as an adjective when we are talking about someone's health. She is not well because she has a fever. She is not feeling healthy. And finally, number 5, this movie is, I think my dad would like it. The answer is good. This movie is good. And that's because we need an adjective to describe the movie. We're using the adjective good to describe the quality of the movie. Okay, so let me know in the comment section how many you got correct out of 5. Feel free to write an example sentence or 2 using good and well. And make sure to check out my full playlist on common English errors, which I've linked you to in the description below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.